Hey everyone, this is Coach Skeens. One of the things that I enjoy doing most is bringing groups of volleyball athletes down to Casa Hogar Los Angelitos in Manzanillo, Mexico. It is the absolute best service learning trip for any volleyball team, individual, or organization. The whole trip is based around service, but we're also learning. I like to do the Shatter Expectations leadership training when we're down there, in addition to helping the kids at the Casa Hogar do their homework. We work on arts and crafts, and of course, we teach them the sport of volleyball. What a lot of people don't know here in the United States is the Shatter Expectations mental toughness program is based in principles that I learned while observing the kids at Casa Hogar. These kids that come from horrible backgrounds are thriving and doing well, but the reason they are is they have certain habits that they're installing in their lives. So what we did at Shatter Expectations is we took these principles that they're being taught, called it Shatter Expectations, and now we're preaching this all over the United States to try to help kids in the States become successful, just like the kids at Casa Hogar. And the principles we're going to talk about today on the ladder and on that fence over there are the principles that these kids are using at this children's home. And I want to tell you a story about Elsa because I knew this girl. I met Elsa when she was 10 years old. Get this, you guys. She was living in a car with 3 siblings. Her mom was into some really not good things, so her mom was leaving her family in a car for days at a time. So they brought in these kids, and I will never forget the first time I met her. She couldn't even look you in the eye. She was so afraid and just so scared, and she had a life of these principles that we're going to talk about today. And ladies, she is currently a dentist. And if she can become a dentist, a girl that came from poverty, abuse, abandonment, and neglect, guys, you can do anything. Whether it's volleyball, whether it's life, you can do it. You just have to install the right habits in your life. A lot of us, nobody told us these habits. So ladies, for you to hear this stuff, even though it's going to be like a fire hydrant, I'm hoping that some of this stuff lands with you because it can be life-changing. So we get up around 7 a.m. and head to the beach. At that point, we do about a 30-minute beach workout, head back to our condo where our chef whips up our breakfast, and then about 30 minutes after that, we head down to Casa Hogar. When we're at the children's home, we help them with all kinds of tasks. We help them with homework. We teach them volleyball. They teach us folkloric dancing, and the synergy is just an amazing experience. During the evening, we do the Shatter Expectations leadership formula. A lot of the principles that we talked about in the leadership training is stuff that I've learned from observing the kids at Casa Hogar. Everybody's leading something. It's just a matter of finding out what you lead and becoming the best version of you in that regard. But if it weren't for the kids of Casa Hogar, this program wouldn't even exist. So it really is meaningful to come down, meet and see these kids, and learn some of the principles that helped them to be successful. So I think my hope for you guys is that you'll come off of this trip and in honor of becoming the best version of you and in honor of these kids, that you will introduce rituals and routines in your life that tie into the vibes. And I think if you do that, guys, you can accomplish all your dreams. You can have joy and happiness no matter what's going on. One of the highlights of the trip, I just absolutely love this. So I like to use volleyball as a way to help girls to become not only better players, but better people. Casa Hogar uses folkloric dancing, and the highlight of every trip is when we get around the kids and we see them perform and we see their discipline and the way that they hold their bodies, and their technique is so fine and so well practiced and versed. Our girls are literally blown away. That is my favorite part of the Casa Hogar trip. You want to talk about mentally tough? These kids come from backgrounds of abuse, abandonment, neglect, and yet they're living happy, prosperous lives, thriving, graduating from college. So whenever we take groups down to Manzanillo, the groups from the US always think, oh, we're gonna help these kids and teach them and we're gonna be so good for them. But what actually happens is we come back learning from the kids at Casa Hogar. The feedback that we've had from the trips has been mind-blowing. I've had girls change their major in college. I've had girls come back and literally cry to their parents saying, I'm so sorry for being ungrateful. This trip really puts in perspective everything that we have to be grateful for. So if you're looking for a volleyball opportunity to change your life, get community service hours, please come with us to Casa Hogar Los Angelitos in Manzanillo, Mexico.